Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Bike over here. Let's talk halving. Bitcoin halving. When I first got into Bitcoin, I never really realized how meaningful the halving was, because I heard the word halving, but I never really dig into it to really understand what it really meant. I thought it was just like a cool feature, just setting the code, just like that. But when I started to dig into it, and I saw it was about the supply being cut in half. So I was like, wow, that's amazing. And that's one of the thing that really convinced me about Bitcoin. It's like, if the supply of this thing can get cut in half every 4 years, then this can definitely be more scarce every 4 years, and then this will definitely make the price, make the price go up. Now, it's not necessarily because of the halving, you see the price. It could be so many other reasons. Human stupidity. They think, oh yeah, I can make money. So it's a bunch of people. It's so much easier for them to buy at 69,000 than let's say 16,000 or 17,000. It's because in the city price, it's a big number, and everybody is rushing. They have FOMO and all those things. And that's why you see in the bear market, you build up your portfolio or your position, so that when these times come, you don't try to rush in to get FOMO in. So thinking that, oh, you're missing the bus, or you're gonna get left behind. No, you do that in the bear market where nobody cares about it, right? So when nobody cares about it, so that gives you the chance to really build properly, and without stress of having to buy in high prices, and you know what I mean. So that's the trick, right? So you don't have to try to get buy so much more money and sell things. You don't have to, stuff like that. Right now, you could buy like 1 million sats for less than $200, right? But you used to, like, when the price was at so high, you used to pay over $400 for 1 million sats, right? So price drastically dropped, which is amazing. I hope it does go even lower, right? So people who don't understand it, they will sell off, and people who really understand it, they will keep it, right? So amazing. And we see the how much Bitcoin left exchanges. That's amazing. I hope that we had like much more Bitcoin left, but unfortunately, we see a bunch of people leaving their coin on exchanges. Most of this coin, they may never go in cold storage. Why? Because some people, they may be dead, right? So if you open an exchange and you're dead, this money is left in the exchange. The owner of the exchange owns that, right? So it doesn't matter how much, but you can't really claim it unless if you have somebody who can really access it for you. So, and yeah, let's talk halving. Halving, every 4 years you have price cut in half. So since the beginning, and in 2020 we had that event happen, and we saw the miners had to get half the reward in terms of Bitcoin or in terms of Satoshis. So now same thing gonna happen, and now people they are getting 6.25 on that every every 10 minutes. Now, when this thing cut in half, you will have half of it, right? 3.1 something, 125. So this will make prices less, it's gonna make the price more scarce, because here's the thing. When Bitcoin get cut in half, okay, so right now, for example, miners are under stress. They have to sell to cover their losses. So let's say they have building maintenance, they have like bills to pay. They're gonna pay their electrical bill, they're gonna pay about their rent. All those things have to get paid with the reward they are getting from the miners. So the Bitcoin subsidy is low in terms of fiat price right now. So those miners kind of have to pay. They have to spend those Bitcoin. They have to sell on the market. That's how the free market works. So now because they have to sell in the market, those miners, right? Those miners don't have a choice. But what happened when there's a halving? So basically, you have the price cut in half, right? So what happened at this time? You have the miners, instead of selling 6.25 Bitcoin, they only have 3.1 or something Bitcoin, right? So now your margin gets smaller, right? Only way to survive is to basically they have some reserve, right? So some miners will get out of business, and they will get replaced by miners with cheaper energy, right? So as soon as that happens, right, the hash rate will drop a little bit more, right? A little bit more, and then after that you will have price stability, right, in a while, and then you have the price go up because of the fact that there are less Bitcoin getting dumped in the market, right? So it's scarcer. So when you have this, that's the effect of the halving, right? So most of those miners get out of business, and then you have the more sustainable, the cheaper, right? Stranded energy miners, they will take over, and then they will just be the new miners, right? So, and then you'll see they won't have that much pressure to sell. They may have to hold a little bit, and then some miners, right? And then the price start going up, and people on the side of hodling, people will start basically buying and hold it, because of the fact that they know the halving is coming, and you have the anticipation of that, right, happening. So because remember, it's what Satoshi said. He said when people start consider, right, the price will go up, and when people will start thinking that it's a store of value, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So the more people think about it like this, the more it become it, right? So let's say the more you put your family, your life into a Bitcoin standard, right? So another person do that, right? Like you have like thousands, 100 millions of people doing the same. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Not only that, it's not just because people believe in it just like that. I think it's more than that, because Bitcoin is pure energy, right? It's pure resources that's going into those miners. Okay, it's not just fun and games and people, you believe it has value, no, these are real energy, real sacrifices, right? Real businesses taking real action in the real world, right? So that's the other side of it. So anyways, I hope you guys get it. So for so many times I used to think, oh, Bitcoin was it's just like this thing on computers, and like fun and games and playing games, stuff like that. No, it's real businesses. Those are real, big farms, big warehouses, and all those things, specialized SHA-256 computers built exactly to do the same, to do this task of protecting everybody money. That's the value right there. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. For me, it took me a while to really understand this concept, and that's why I value Bitcoin so much. That's why I really feel like this thing is the hope. This thing is like, this is what gonna transform humanity into a situation where we have much more energy, abundance, and more happiness, right? And in a way, also, nobody can print infinite amount of money. The money is scarce. Every 4 years get cut in half until the year 2140. And yeah, so, and a better future for kids, for family, and yeah, beautiful. And when we left this planet, when we gone, at least we know it's in good hands. It's in the hands of like people with good incentives, right? Fiat incentives help us to destroy ourselves, right? It get the worst out of us. The Bitcoin incentives, it get us to collaborate, because none of us can steal from each other, right? I can't go print money to buy stuff in my own advantage over you, right? That's a good thing about Bitcoin. But in fiat, you can do that, right? You could just create your own fiat and then support your candidate, your government. You can do all those things, but you can't do that in Bitcoin. Anyways, guys, this was Spike Over. I'll see you again in the next Toxic Talk. Thank you.